if you're in a position to where you need to raise your credit score really fast in a short amount of time, then I got you guys. Because on this video, we're gonna be talking about how to raise your credit score by 100 points the fast way. So make sure to watch this video all the way to the end so that way you don't skip out on any valuable information that can help you out. And also feel free to pause the video and take notes if you guys need to. If you're already subscribed, then welcome back. But if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Ismael Sandiford and you are now watching Just Money, where we talk about financial related topics such as personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics. So if that's something you're into, then you're probably gonna want to consider subscribing. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay, so obviously everybody's case scenario is always going to be different. So let us first begin with what is causing your score to be low. The best way we can figure this out is by getting your full credit report. You can get your credit report on free online websites such as Experian.com. And you can actually get your credit report from annualcreditreport.com once a year for free. If you choose to get it 2 times or more throughout the year though, then you will have to usually pay a fee to do that. But ever since COVID-19 happened, this website has been letting everybody get their credit report more than one time, as many times as they want throughout the year for free. So depending on the time that you're watching this video, this might or this might not still be a thing. But once you get your credit report, you can look through everything and make sure everything is correct. Look at everything, starting from the spelling of your first name, your middle name, even your last name. Make sure that your address is correct and even your previous address as well. Then after you verify everything, see what's causing your score to be low. And I'll go over what causes your score to be low by going over the 5 categories that make up your credit score. If we learn how your credit score is generated and what percentages actually make up a credit score, then we can figure out what section is lowering your score and what section we can fix so that way we can raise your score fast. So this chart right here is going to be a chart on how our credit scores are generated. And as you can see on this chart, our credit score is generated by different categories. So let's break down each category so that way we can learn how to correct each category. Okay, now 30% of your credit score is going to be generated from what is called utilization, or also known as amount owed. For example, if you have a credit card with a credit limit of $1,000 and you owe $900 on that card for a long time and all you do is pay the minimum, that will mean you are using 90% of your credit. And that usually means to lenders that you are under stress and you cannot handle credit responsibly because now you're in debt and it appears as though you can't pay off your credit card. So that's going to be one reason why you have a low score. But let me give you an example of what you can do to fix this. So one of the most obvious ways to fix this is by paying the entire balance. But if you're in a position to where you can't pay off the entire balance, just pay down $600 to bring down the utilization to 30%. So in this example, if your limit is $1,000 and you made a payment of $600, now you would only owe $300. And what this now means is that you are only using 30% of your credit limit now. Staying at or below 30% utilization is preferred by lenders. They see it as you're using your credit more responsibly. The more you pay off big balances, then the more limit increases they will give you. So that's one way to fix the problem. But let's say in this example, you can't afford to pay down your card. Well, another thing you can do is get yourself added on another person's credit card that has a higher credit limit. But just be sure to make sure that they either have a low balance or no balance at all. And this is going to be called being added as an authorized user. And for those that don't know what an authorized user is pretty much somebody who's been added to a credit card account by the card's owner, also known as the primary card holder. The authorized user can make purchases with the credit card as if it were their own. However, the responsibility to pay any of the charges falls on the primary card holder, aka the owner. But being added as an authorized user will help you in this way. Let's say, for example, you have a credit limit of $1,000 and let's say you owe $900 on it. Owing too much on that card will lower your score because your utilization is just way too high. But now, let's say you have a friend or family member that has a credit card limit of $3,000 and that friend or family member adds you on their card. Now your credit report will show that you have his $3,000 limit plus your regular $1,000 limit, and then now you only owe $900 from the $4,000 credit limit that you now have. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, will increase your credit score. And also keep note, not all credit cards report, so make sure to call and verify that they do. I know Wells Fargo reports to all 3 bureaus, but Chase, Capital One, Bank of America, and Discover only report to 2 bureaus depending on what state you live in. But another method is to get a personal loan. Use that personal loan to pay off all of your credit cards. Just know by getting a personal loan, they will pull from your credit, which will lower your score. But once you pay off the credit cards using the funds from the personal loan, then your credit score will shoot up like crazy, like over 80 or 100 points or so. And also, if you guys are finding any of this information helpful, if you guys could do me a favor, hit the like button. I would truly appreciate that because it really helps me out a lot. But anyways, another way to boost your credit is to ask your credit card company for a credit limit increase. But when doing this, make sure to ask them if they use the soft pull method, because some credit card companies out there will give you a credit limit increase using only a soft pull. And a soft pull simply means that they're going to pull from your credit report using the soft pull method, which will not show as an inquiry on your credit report. And any reported inquiries will lower your score. So always go for the soft pull limit increases. Okay, now let's move on to the next category, which is payment history. Payment history is going to make up about 35% of your credit score. So going back to the previous example, being added as an authorized user also inherits you, the person's payment history, which will also increase your score. But before you get added on somebody's account, make sure that you call the credit card company first, because we need to make sure that they do in fact report the credit history. Otherwise, it won't work. Some credit cards report the history and some credit cards just don't. But another way to fix payment history is by removing bad remarks, such as late payments. And you can do this by sending dispute letters, goodwill letters, emails. And you can also dispute things like charge-offs, collections, bankruptcies, foreclosures, repos, judgments, and liens. And a quick way to do this is by using Credit Karma's free tool. Credit Karma gives you a free account that allows you to monitor your credit report, and it also allows you to dispute negative remarks as well. Or you can also hire a credit repair company if you would like to. But in order to keep this video short, we'll go more in depth on how to do this on another video. Okay, now let's move on to the category length of credit history, which is 15% of your credit score. The older your credit history is, the higher the impact it will be on your credit score. Lenders like it when you don't have too many new accounts. It's a lot easier for them to grade you based on a longer positive credit history. In some case scenarios, closing new accounts will actually help your length of credit history. And I'll give you an example. Let's say that you have 4 credit cards with a 4-year credit history and 1 credit card that's only 6 months old. Well, that 6-month credit card will lower your overall credit history's age. So by closing that new account, it will raise your credit score again. But only use this technique if necessary though, because closing accounts can also temporarily lower your score as well. Also, as I mentioned earlier, using the authorized user method will actually help give you a longer credit history. So do a mixture of both. Okay, now the next category is mixed credit, which is 10% of your credit score. In order to have a high score, you need a mix of credit types reporting on your credit. Different types of credit such as revolving credit, also known as credit cards and lines of credit, for example. Another type of credit is installment credit. Installment credit is loans where you have fixed payments every month, such as car notes, student loans, mortgages, that kind of stuff. Even pledge loans and personal loans as well. And earlier, I mentioned that you can get a personal loan to pay off your credit cards if that's the route that you want to take. But also check this out. By getting a personal loan, you're going to be doing 3 positive things. 1, you'll pay your credit cards off, which is always nice. 2, you'll add a different type of credit mix on your overall credit, which is an installment loan. And 3, this will raise your score. But the last category is going to be called new credit, which makes up about 10% of your overall credit score. For this category, I will say just stop applying for new credit. As I mentioned before, the longer credit history that you have, then the better. And also, I'll give you guys one last tip on this, but before I do, if you guys could do me a favor, hit the like button if you haven't yet already, then I would truly appreciate that. But the last tip is going to be an Experian Boost. If you go to Experian.com, then you can get a free account that allows you to monitor your credit report. Experian also offers something called Experian Boost, which is a free tool. And what this allows you to do is link your bank account. By doing so, you're giving Experian permission to see if you're paying any utilities on time. If it finds positive history, then it will then report it. And then they'll give you a quick credit score boost by raising your points anywhere from 9 to over 30 points. I would definitely recommend this tool if you're in a situation to where you're just below the next tier and you need a quick boost. So for example, let's say your score is a 670 and you need a 680 in order to qualify for a better rate. This tool can help achieve that fast. The service is free and you can boost your credit score every month. And no, I'm not getting paid to say this. Experian is just legitimately a good website. But that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I really hope that you guys found value in any of this information. And also let me know in the comments, why are you trying to boost up your credit score? Is there something in particular that you're trying to buy? Let me know. I would like to know. But if you guys made it to the end of the video, then I truly do appreciate you guys. We were at 20,674 subscribers at the time of this recording, so I do appreciate all who watch, and I do post weekly videos for those that do not know. And if you guys haven't already, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you guys get notified every time I post a new video. And again, we talk about personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics, so if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. We talk about how to get high limits on your guys' credit cards. We talk about how to boost your personal credit. We talk about how to obtain business credit. We talk about real estate, mortgage loan products, all that. So this is your one-stop shop. For those that don't know, I'm a licensed real estate agent, a realtor, and I'm also a licensed mortgage loan originator as well. So if you guys have any questions or concerns in regards to real estate, then feel free to reach out. All my information is in the description below. But thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.